Gypsyfae Creations. Today is a video on soap making and I'm really excited to make this soap with you guys. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I am a newbie at the soap making, so I have this huge list of all these soaps that I want to make. I stay up all night thinking of colors and embeds and scents that I want to make, so I've got to limit myself. I've decided to start with a summer edition. Today is a Americana themed soap, kind of red, white, and blue. I've chosen the fragrance to be like the Rocket Pops. It's going to be blueberry, lemon, and cherry, and it's going to be layered, hopefully, like a Rocket Pop. So let's get started and make some soap. Let's do this! Alright, so I've got a special guest with me right now, my friend Kate. She's here and she knows nothing about soap making.
It's true.
So she might ask questions. She might help. You know, you never know. You need some extra hands when you do this. So what I have here are my oils all melted together at room temperature. And we're just going to mix them together with our hand mixer and our lye water solution. I've got my gloves on. I have long sleeves on. I just gotta remember to actually like keep them down because, you know, what's the point of long sleeves? So, got my lye water, got my oils. We're gonna mix them in here. And this is how we make soap. Next step, turn it on. We're gonna get it to a light trace, which means everything is going to be fully incorporated and emulsified. And here we go. What do you think?
That's pretty cool. Swirly.
You don't want any swirls in it. You want it to all be one consistent color, one creamy color. I've got 3 containers here because we're doing 3 colors. See, you need that extra hand or 2. Alright, so I have here some red. These are 2 different colors. These are micas from Nurture Soaps. We've got a firecracker because it's just fitting, right? Yes. Red, white, and blue soap, 4th of July firecrackers. And I've mixed it with some red vibrants because I like the little shimmers that the red vibrants has, and the firecrackers are very bright red. And this is kind of the color, hopefully it turns out to look like these are my embeds that I'm going to decorate the soap with. And I like the color they turned out. And then in this bowl, I've got the blue vibrants from Nurture Soap Mica, and in this one, nothing. So let's not pull sleeves up. Let's split our mixture here. We're gonna try and do this evenly.
I can knock over the bowl.
I can just blame you instead of me.
Well, there you go. Your job just got a little bit easier.
And last but not least, we gotta scrape out the bubble. Scrape it into here.
I feel like Ricky Bobby, not knowing what to do with my hands.
I'm gonna scrape this all out because it's gonna be easier to clean that way. I hate cleaning out. That's the worst part of making soap. And then we're going to mix again.
Okay.
And we're going to start with the darker color first. Give that a little mix. So if you don't mix this up well enough, you're going to have like little blue spots. We're going to try and mix this up.
So why mica over regular food coloring?
Because mica looks better in soap, and you'll see when soap cures, the colors, the vibrance, that it leaves, I guess. It stays truer in soap than food coloring. Food coloring might not react with everything like lye and oil so well. Why did I do the darker first? You weren't supposed to let me do the darker first. Do the lighter first.
I was thinking about that because it didn't make much sense, but...
This is why I need you here, Kate. Come on.
Sorry.
Oh well.
There's hopefully enough red mica to make it okay.
Well, it's you're supposed to go lighter to darker. That way, like the darker color doesn't end up in the lighter colors as you go mixing.
I know, that's why when you said you're gonna start with the dark, I was a little bit confused, but it's like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, not really. Hey, it's learning lessons here.
Yep.
Learn as you go.
Do you want me to get a towel?
Yeah, give me a paper towel. I'll wipe it off. That's fine. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some titanium dioxide in this to make it white.
Excellent.
It's not pink, it's not red, it's not blue, it's white.
It's perfect.
Next I'm going to add the fragrances, and I'm going to kind of do that in individual batches because I want to pour it in individually. So let's start with red. What I've gotten here is 4 different fragrances. One thing I've learned is not to be scared to mix fragrances, besides the fact of how they're going to react in the soap. As far as smell goes, don't be scared. I used to be scared that if I mixed things together it wouldn't smell good. I don't recommend mixing coffee and like blue raspberry together, but this is a lemonade, a gummy bear, which I thought would make it a little sweet, a raspberry, and a, what am I missing, cherry. And so I'm just going to put some of that in my red.
It smells really good, by the way.
Does it smell like a rocket pop? I tried.
Yes, it does smell exactly like a rocket pop.
Set that to the side. I'm just going to mix this with the spatula first. Sometimes if you add fragrances, they will speed up the acceleration of your soap so that it'll get thicker on you, and you don't want that. Some fragrances have vanillin in it, and that's what can discolor your soap, so you always want to read what's in your fragrances. Vanillin will either turn it like an ivory or brown, which is good if you're working with colors because you're not going to really tell, but like the white you don't want to do. So one of these fragrances actually has black cherry in it, and that has vanillin in it, and so I'm going to leave that out of the white. That's why there's 2 containers of fragrance.
Even the mold smells good.
Yeah. Oh, and I made a mess.
Ow.
On the
Oh,
side.
I see it. Paper towels?
Yeah.
All right. But it really smells good. I'm not even gonna lie. It's alluring. Is that the word?
It works. So these containers, these bowls that I got them at the dollar store, and I'm kind of regretting it. They're a little flimsy.
Oh.
Like the handle, when I'm scraping here, it feels like it's going to break off. Because if you don't wipe that out and you go to put different layers on there, when you cut it, you're going to see that on the side of your bars. I'm going to bang this down a little bit to get all the air bubbles out. Next, we're going to mix the white. Trying to make layers here. I've never done this before, so let's see. We're just going to wait for it to get a little harder in there. So I'm going to try taking the spatula and kind of just pour it over the spatula.
Is this a technique you use in baking too?
I feel like a lot of the same techniques for soap making are in baking. Wait till you see the top that I decorated. It's got like piping tips and piping bags.
I've seen
and
that.
it looks just like icing. See, look, I like that.
Keep out of reach of children that are likely to eat soap.
Because it smells good and it looks good.
Yeah.
I got these new spatulas from the dollar store too.
They're really nice. I was actually... For all of you that don't know, Tia's also an excellent baker. Pretty much anything she makes is amazing. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Everything she makes is amazing.
Now I've crossed over into the soaping world, using some of those same skills.
Yep.
And we're gonna bang that down. Gets the air bubbles out, make sure everything's flat, and we got a little bit of a mess here, not too bad. Oh! Look how this is already starting to set up.
So what made you want to make soap?
I don't know. I think just because I like doing Bath and Body products, I thought I would try my hand at soap. And the first time I did it was a fiasco. Like, it was way too hot. I burned myself. I got it in my eye. I got it in my skin. It just looked awful. It hardened up too fast. And I was like, never again. I'm never doing this ever again. And here I am.
I actually think I remember that conversation about 5 years ago.
No,
About it.
I think I tried to make that one time a long time ago.
Yep.
But this is like this year that I thought I'd get back into it, and I just made a mess. Since then, I've watched lots of videos. I've read lots of instructions. I've learned patience, letting things cool, letting things sit. And so far, so good. So let's pour our blue in. I want to go out and eat like Rocket Pops now. Where can we get a Rocket Pop?
Safeway.
They have Rocket Pops.
Of course they do.
Do they still turn your mouth colors?
You know it.
Very carefully, so it doesn't go everywhere. I'm excited about this.
Me too.
Can't wait to cut into it. I just have to wait till tomorrow. I hate that part.
But we'll have delicious drinks tonight.
Yes, we're gonna have. What are we having?
Sour
Patch
watermelon, lemonade.
alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
And here we go. So I made a little topping for the soap that I'm going to pipe on here. I would do like 3 dollars.
Yeah.
Kate was very, very impatient
It's true.
while we were waiting for the frosting to set. First lesson to learn in soap making is patience. Ready to make a mess?
Oh, it's pooping. Coming through.
Sorry, it cut off. I ran out of memory on the card. So I really thought I just did this whole entire top of the soap and didn't hit record like a dummy. But here it is. All finished. Yay! I put some embeds on there. I put some glitter on it. And then I sprayed it with some isopropyl alcohol. So we're going to let this sit here for about 24 hours. And then we're going to come back and we are going to cut into it and pray and hope that it looks beautiful inside and beautiful straight layers. So it's actually been 48 hours. It's a little too soft to unmold, so I had to leave it sit for like 2 days. I ordered some sodium lactate for future, but for now, patience. Kate couldn't be here today, but I'll be sure to let her know there's a video she can watch. One day I hope I can have a real soap cutter. But for now, this works good enough. How awesome is that? For doing a layer soap for the first time, I think I did a really good job. Sorry about my little finger band-aid in there, a little Darth Vader bandage. I was working in the garden today and I got one of those blisters that popped open and they really hurt. Hey. This last bar is huge. What is that? I think I'm gonna have to make some samples with it. With a awful soap cutter. But I'll just cut that up and put it as samples with other orders. So that if anyone wants to try it, you might get lucky enough to have a sample. But I am really happy with it. With the perfect lines in that. So pretty, and it smells good. So, there you have it. Red, white, and blue. Rocket Pop. I love it. I think I did a mighty fine job on those layers for being the first time I've ever done layers in cold process. Not that I've done much cold process, but not much I would change about this soap. Things that I've learned for future batches is to invest in some, what's it called? So, oh darn. What's it called?
Sodium.
No, it's not sodium lactate. Is it sodium lactate?
Yeah, sodium lactate.
Okay, that stuff. Whatever the stuff is that makes the bars harder and easier to unmold.
Sodium lactate, yeah.
Okay, that's what I bought. I bought that, and I'm going to put that in some future batches. But otherwise, this is a great soap, and I hope you guys liked my video of how to make it. If you did and you want to see more, feel free to subscribe to my channel, like it, leave me a comment. Let me know what else you want to see. And if you're interested in buying this soap, I will have it on my Etsy shop 4th of July. So, smell you later.